Oh, I have to update the score. Ornamus hasn't won yet. If at all. Ever. Alright. Blackguard. Map we haven't actually seen much of. We've got Queen Nai versus Lucien. Matchup that we, well, I don't know. We have seen earlier today. I'm pretty sure Nexus and Ornamus encountered each other in the winner's bracket.
I don't think did we cast that?
I think so. Kappa.
Well, back to the match, right? Ornamus opening up with that nasty down light in the side air combo. Nexus responding with his own pressure here.
Yeah.
Ornamus scared to get into center stage and on the ground against Nexus. He's gonna be pawing at her with those side airs. And there isn't too much she can do.
Well, except for getting in. That was an awkward moment between two of the players there where they're just kind of standing on each other and their hitboxes weren't connecting. But Lucien finds the side stick. Yep.
And gets part of the recovery off. Totally whiffs the down sig and gets caught in the Nai sig.
I almost want to say that the down sig was an input error, but Queen Nai gets an amazing punish off of it regardless.
Hard to tell sometimes.
Lucien
playing that ledge with those side airs very well. Gets hit with the side air and knocked off
Queen
the
Nai
map.
literally just swatting him off the stage, like, screw the side air business, I don't want to deal with your stock, and takes the lead. Only finding
and that is the importance of having crazy attack stat.
Queen Nai opting for some interesting maneuvers with her spacing. Lucien finds the bomb.
And racking up an enormous amount of damage followed up by that that bomb.
I mean, Lucien's already in the orange. Queen Nai doesn't really have to approach or do anything at all. He can just take advantage of the stock advantage, the percentage advantage, just wait for Lucien to approach.
Comes in with the neutral light. Continually poking him. If she keeps this up, I mean, eventually we're just going to see another side light off the map if he gets on that platform.
Yeah. Queen Nai is opting for center stage. It's an interesting strategy. It's not the most exciting one to cast, but when you've got this lead, you don't have to approach. No reason to. You can time him out and he'll end up
poking him again. A side air might close the stock.
Yeah. Ornament's still holding on to center. Lucien just looking for guns.
Ornament's not taking any risks and making Nexus come to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Also some side airs here, still not taking him off the stage. Lucien just hanging around on the side of the map. It's not a winning strategy.
Getting closer to the ledge.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that's a bait or if she's getting ready to go in for a ground pound. Gets the down dig and sends Lucien off the map.
After 2 minutes of just standing in the center of the stage, goes from one down
moving side to side.
Yeah. And ends up taking this lead 3-1. I think we're just gonna have to see more aggressive playstyle from them. Yeah, he has to recognize that. Like, Ornaments isn't gonna lose.
Ornamus deciding that he's got the advantage and going in, being really aggressive with that spear.
Yep. He just wants to get Lucien off of the center platform. Throws aside his spear, looks for another weapon, gets it, doesn't get punished. Lucien goes for a signature.
And he hits that neutral. Doesn't find the recovery.
Nope. And gets
Dangerous
carried off
spot for Lucien
stage.
to be on that platform.
Landmines on the stage, and now Ornament's just, you know, he's found another stage that he likes to just, like, sit on. Waits for the approach. He's
Side to side with that animation.
He's got
Goes
a
for the
rhythm to it.
GC.
Alright, excellent side air coverage from Lucien here. If you can end the stock, he's got the...
Ooh, catches with the neutral.
Yep. Possibility of being able to carry it over. Neutral recovery, it's a recovery. Yeah, regardless. They both shoot up in the air. Spike ball lobbed over at the Lucien. Goes for the signature.
Stops the side sig in place with that neutral.
Yeah, neutral lights are always really excellent for grabbing people out of their aggressive options. Throws the Katars away, ends up picking up the spear, and hits him with the cider, making him drop his weapon. Lucien
starts to find his spacing, but I mean, this is Queen Nai at yellow and Lucien at red.
Yeah, and with Queen Nai having superior spacing with his side airs.
Looking for that kill shot here. Light Z does not. Gets back onto the ledge. No Z for Ornamus.
Both players just kind of staring at each other with their Katars.
And glasses and French hats.
Waiting for, Alright. Let's see if Lucien offers an aggressive approach here. Yeah, okay, we've got the spear now.
Oh, for the disco. Wicked sick.
That match is just interesting because it takes the neutral game to a whole new level. Both players just didn't want to do anything. And luckily for us, Nexus ends up forgetting about his jumps and ends his stock, giving Ornamus 1. The raffle's coming momentarily, guys. After this best of 3, we still have another exciting match between Ornamus' Queen Nai and Nexus Lucien 2 cast before we can move on to the raffle.
Well, there may be a character change.
There might be a character change, that's true. Ornamus bans the Great Hall. He has another band if he wants, but they end up going to Mammoth. Ooh, Ornamus ends up picking Queen Nai, and while it looked like Nexus was going for a character change, he in fact just changes his color. We've got the green Lucien versus the red Nai.
Sometimes a color change is all you need.
Absolutely, and a stage change. Blackguard's really huge, lots of different platforms to kind of mess around with and install a game. Mammoth, not so much. Queen Nai picking up a bomb, but Lucien picks it up and tosses it back.
Goes for the trade. Finds the down air. And then the neutral.
Yeah, ends up getting those jabs. Lucien finding a lot more damage into this stock than before. Taking control of center stage and finding these D-airs into just any kind of follow-up.
Really turning up his space game here.
Excellent downsig coverage over that weapon, knowing that Ornamus wants to pick something up, and finds a side sig.
And he finds a side.
Queen Nai's in the red.
Goes for the gravity cancel, doesn't find it, but red Nai.
Yeah, the pace of this match has been increased incredibly because Lucien's taking control of the center.
Queen Nai looking for that sider, tries to aim him in the mind, it explodes. He catches the neutral sig and sends Nai out for the first stock of the match.
I think this match's pace will be changed incredibly because Ornamus isn't in a lead. He can't play that waiting game like he could in the other match. Lucien's so he'll be able to dictate the pace of the match. Excellent down air into gravy cancel light neutral strings, using the weapon toss to be able to continue it even further. Ornamus is having trouble getting in.
Working his way in and avoiding that neutral sig. We're gonna see a lot more neutral airs coming out from Ornamus, I believe, if he decides to stick with
Something that
spear.
I like about Nexus's option choices is that whenever there's an item on the ground, he covers it with his gun's down signature.
And he catches the side sig.
Yeah, spike ball ends up
and
being
hits
tossed
the
out.
ball, goes for another one, ends up finding the guns.
Queen Nai's going for a lot of signature punishes here, but finally...
Very nice down sig from Queen Nai. Is she going to close the stock? And she does with the ground pound.
Hits him off the stage in the midst of his gun's recovery, giving him no chance to fight back. Ends the stock, evens it up 2-2, but Queen Nai's in the
Ornamus spacing himself very well, not letting Nexus get any shots on him at the beginning, but pulls a Z.
And gets hit by the guns for good measure. 2-1 in favor of Nexus. Gets an unarmed combo though and goes for the gadget. Hits it! And we're back at that neutral game where Ornamus is just waiting for a weapon. Catches it in midair and catches him with his side leg.
Excellent spacing from Ornamus getting that side air off. And he's got stage now. Comfortable space. It looks like he's spacing for another D-sig.
Possibly, but now we have the situation we saw in Blackguard in reverse. Lucien's got the lead, he's hugging the ledge, Ornamus doesn't want to approach. The game pace has been slowed incredibly.
Both getting closer and closer into both characters' D-sig range.
Yeah.
Lucien decides to go in with that side sig.
I actually think that the strategy is in Ornament's favor because Lucien's stock is so easy to end right now, and he'll be able to take advantage of the percentage.
But with Lucien's movement speed and guns, he has the potential to take Nai to at least orange if played properly.
Yeah, but I'm seeing him thinking that he can't play it properly. I think he's too afraid of getting punished. He doesn't want to go in.
Well, Ornamus is very accurate with his down sig.
Side sig spacing in general.
I would not want to try and get.
I'd like to not see this. The first 4 minutes of this match was Lucien being incredibly confident with his ability to go in, get strings, get damage done, and close out stocks. He just needs to start doing that again. Forget about the fact that you're in the red. Hit the enemy.
catches a neutral sig, and Nye pulling out the side Qatar sig.
Finally goes for a punish in the sense that, like, well, the stocks are even now. Even though Lucien had control of this entire game, I wouldn't even consider a Queen 9 in the yellow damaged. Grabs the bomb. And just catches it. In a way that's not favorable.
Not ideal.
Yeah. Goes for the neutral sig punish on these weapons, however. Nearly gets punished by another bomb, gets the neutral signature. These bombs are incredibly volatile right now.
Queen Nine just trying to kick him into it.
Barely clips the weapon and picks it up, gets the spear, but gets caught by a side signature. Queen Nine's in the red, but Lucien's in the orange. Honestly, this game can go either way. Ooh, excellent spot dodge into side air. After a ground pound.
Gets punished for the ground pound.
Yeah, I feel like it's an input error. Nye goes for a neutral sig, but gets
caught with another neutral. And the gravity neutral sig take the game.
Bringing the best of 3 even to 1-1. We've got another match. The way I see it is if Ornamus gets the option to have a counter pick, he's going to want to go for a stage that allows him to do more ledge shenanigans. So that center stage isn't the only thing that they can fight on. Nexus seemed to have superior center neutral game. And with the Mammoth Fortress where there's nowhere else to go besides the ledges, he was able to take the lead. So now they're going to Thunderguard, and that's the kind of map that I'd expect Ornamus to want to pick, right? Because Thunderguard it's deceptive. It has the idea that it's one stage and that there's center stage, but in reality, that center can be used to hit people under the map and execute stocks in ways that, well, you normally couldn't do on a map like Mammoth Fortress.
And it's also got less of a claustrophobic feel like Mammoth Fortress and maps like Great Hall.
Absolutely.
You don't feel so pushed in.
Something that I personally like to do and like to see players do on this map is opt to go under the stage and then go for a quick recovery to take an option that you normally couldn't do.
Both players getting Qatars at the start of the match. Seems like Ornamus is taking a few more hits, but dealing out more damage than Nexus.
Yeah. Both players opt to be really aggressive with their Qatar spacing here.
Drops the Qatars and pick up the spear.
There's that option about going under the stage and using the recovery. It's an option that you don't normally get on other stages, which is why I feel like he picked it.
Now Nexus getting punished for using that neutral sig, pushing the orange and stuck on the ledge.
We're finding that
goes
situation.
For the down sig just to bait him out, to hit him with another string.
Goes for recovery, but gets punished with recovery of his own, and the bomb tree. Not worth for the Lucien. Lucien finds himself in the red, barely dodges the gadget.
Has second thoughts.
Uses the bomb to propel the spear. Both players
just
messing with
what
gadgets.
Can you do with it? And there's the recovery. Reads the side sig.
It's interesting watching these two players interact because it goes between intense exchanges to just these really dumbass neutral moments where both players are just waiting for the other to do something.
And now that I think about it, I think I'm starting to notice some of those input errors you were talking about.
Yeah, like sometimes I feel like there's just some signatures or there's some options that are taken where it's just kind of like, are you sure is that what you wanted to do? But regardless,
both players sitting at red.
Red, 2 minutes into the game. Nobody wants to take the risk of throwing out the first signature because they might get punished.
Ornamus the first one to pull his balls out and go for that side air.
Pull his
balls out.
Pull his balls out. And finds the Qatars, goes for the down sig. Lucien's got guns, and both players are just standing in neutral.
Dude, Nexus goes for the neutral sig, gets punished by the side.
I would just like to see some side air spacing here. You're able to space your light attacks without, necessarily getting punished.
I feel like Lucien is in a position where he could be jabbing at Ornaments, but doesn't really take the initiative and gets put off the stage.
Finally goes for an option where Ornaments is able to punish with a recovery and kill him off the top. Now Ornaments might feel a little bit better about aggressing, but honestly I'm afraid to see
gets the combo too.
A situation where he just sits on the other side of the stage and waits for Lucien to approach.
He's got Nexus in deep yellow without being hit.
We've got a gadget. Tosses the gadget.
Pops it, picks the gums back up. Lands the unarmed combo.
Yeah. Ornament's dodging around this this weapon right now. I'm sure that Lucien wants to punish it with a down signature if he tries to go for it, so he just opts to ignore it and leave it alone.
Taking things into the shenanigan zone.
Yep. Goes for a recovery, gets punished by a ground pound. Side air sends him off the stage.
Looking for the recovery, doesn't find it, gets punished by the unarmed Ornament.
Yep. And now Lucien finds himself in the red once again, playing on the side of the stage and going for
that slick GC side sig. Doesn't really catch it.
Whew. Nearly gets hit by that weapon toss. Ornamus finds himself unarmed. Goes for the D-sig punish for the recovery. Misses it.
Ornament's throwing the mine. Looking for an easy kill secure.
Yep. Goes for that under the stage recovery once again, but gets
caught. The recovery.
Killed off the top.
2-2. Lucien sitting in red.
If Ornamus can close out the stock really quickly here, I think he'll have no difficulty.
Goes for the end state, gets punished.
I say ornaments because the first time we casted Ornamus in game, he had his Christmas name, so we just call him Ornaments.
It's a little bit weird in the transition.
Yeah, it's hard. All right, Ornamus. We have to say it. Say Ornamus.
Ornamus. Ornamus finding the side air. Sing it, Orange.
Sing it, Orange has the Catars. Baby Rage.
Oh, fuck.
Lucien goes for some dive kicks.
Still in a position to change the momentum of the game.
Yep. But, opting not to.
Denies the weapon. Just too frightened to get to those two glowing purple swords.
He just wants to wait for one to spawn next to him. Ornamus is perfectly fine.
Glaring at Lucien, letting him know, if you try to pass me, I will hit you with a purple signature.
I mean, there's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in
bombs in the air.
Game. So we can't go on that much longer. When I find stuff in the red, but this isn't a winning strategy from Nexus. He's got to be able to stock. If the game ends up being timed out,
and he gets hit by the bomb.
I'm like kind of upset, but at the same time,
kind of an anti-climax.
2-1 in the Ornamus, and we're able to move on to losers finals. But